Hey, welcome to Sundaish English, where you don't just learn English, you live it. Ready to sound natural, think in English, and speak with confidence? Let's get started. What if I told you that despite working harder than ever, we're not actually gaining more free time? Sounds strange, right? In the early days of the Industrial Revolution, increased productivity brought something surprising: shorter working hours. People who once worked 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, slowly saw their schedules shrink, first to 10 hours, and eventually to just 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Not long ago, experts were even worried about a different problem: too much free time. But today, that concern feels almost irrelevant. Even though productivity per hour has more than doubled since 1945, most people aren't enjoying more leisure. In fact, free time is now mostly experienced by those without stable jobs, not by those working full-time. And here's the twist: full-time workers today spend about the same amount of time working as people did decades ago, maybe even more. Since around 1970, working hours have actually increased. One possible reason? Wages haven't kept up with productivity. That's why bookstores today are filled with guides on time management and stress, because people aren't working less, they're just trying to survive the pressure. So, what's really happening? Since the late 1970s, companies have often chosen to make their employees work longer hours instead of hiring new workers. Economists even call this a jobless recovery, where production rises, but jobs don't. Some companies are even reducing staff while profits continue to grow. Now, logically, you might think, wouldn't it be better to share the work among more people? And yes, in theory, it would. But reality works differently. The structure of salaries and benefits actually encourages employers to use fewer workers for longer hours. For salaried employees, it doesn't matter whether they work 35 hours or 70. The company pays the same. So in the short term, pushing employees to work more is simply more profitable. Even hourly workers receive benefits like health insurance and pensions that are not directly tied to hours worked. So again, companies gain more by increasing workload instead of hiring new staff. But what about employees? Why don't they just choose more free time? Because reducing working hours often comes with a hidden cost: career damage. It can signal a lack of commitment, and in many workplaces, managers don't measure output directly. They measure time. Hours become a symbol of value. Employees know this, and they adapt. But here's something interesting. Research shows that people working fewer hours can actually be more productive. They use their time better, they stay focused, and they avoid burnout. And companies benefit too. Having more employees working fewer hours creates flexibility, because extra people can step in during unexpected situations. Slowly, this idea is starting to change workplace culture. Some companies are now experimenting with flexible working arrangements. But the challenge goes beyond the workplace. The entire system is built around long working hours. Modern goods, homes, even basic products are designed for people with high incomes, and high income usually requires long hours. It's a cycle. So in a strange way, even though we've become more productive than ever, we may not be any freer because the system itself keeps us working. And that's the question we leave with you today. Are we really progressing, or just working harder in a more efficient world? I've prepared 15 comprehension questions for you, designed to test your understanding, sharpen your listening, and help you think deeper in English. So listen carefully, answer thoughtfully, and challenge yourself. Drop your answers in the comments. If this helped you, don't just watch. Join the hub. Subscribe, stay consistent, and take your English to the next level. Sundaish English Hub, where language meets knowledge. Disclaimer: this content is created solely for educational purposes. Yes, purely for learning. Specifically to help English learners improve their listening, reading comprehension, vocabulary, and critical thinking skills. So as you listen, don't just hear the words, feel them, understand them, live them. Learners are encouraged to use this material as real English practice, focusing on developing natural language ability and understanding academic-style texts. Because here, we don't just study English, we experience it. Learn English with Sundaish aims to combine language learning with global knowledge to create something meaningful, something powerful, something engaging. For English learners all around the world, let's grow, let's think, and let's elevate our English together.